Hey everyone. I am wanted to come at you today live on YouTube because I have a webinar coming up this very weekend on the topic of mast cell activation. And I know you guys are subscribed to this channel because you are interested in learning more about mast cell activation and ways to control it and ways to lower reactions. And I did a webinar about a year ago, and it was just sort of an overview of mast cell activation. This webinar, this coming Saturday, which is November 9th, is going to be more focused on things outside of traditional antihistamine therapy and mast cell stabilizing therapy. We're not going to talk a lot about root causes or testing or things like that. We're actually going to be just focused in on the connection between mast cell activation and the autonomic nervous system. And really just going to talk to you a little bit about what else can you do besides using antihistamines and taking mast cell stabilizers. I work with a lot of patients who can't tolerate antihistamines and mast cell stabilizers. So, what else is there that you can do to get your reactions under control, stabilize yourself from a mast cell standpoint? So, again, the webinar is this Saturday, November 11th. It's at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 Central, and 12 on the East Coast. So, hopefully, wherever you are, you can join us. This webinar will be recorded. Excuse me. This webinar will be recorded. So if for some reason you can't make the live event, as long as you register, you will be able to receive the recorded link following the webinar. I'm also going to have the recording available on my website after the webinar so that you can purchase it. So I'll make sure to post that link there for you guys. Sorry, a little parched today. So, so just topic-wise, we're going to talk about the importance of the parasympathetic nervous system and how it's essential that we get ourselves into the parasympathetic state in order to heal and repair cells and detox. We're going to talk about all the things that disrupt us, get us out of that parasympathetic calming, healing state and into that sympathetic dominant state, which is that fight or flight state. We're going to talk about some of the specific disruptors, more specifically EMFs and dirty electricity. So I'm going to go into a lot of detail on how EMFs and dirty electricity disrupt that parasympathetic sympathetic balance and keep us out of a healing state. I'll be giving you lots of data and information on also how you can lower your EMFs and dirty electricity exposure. And that's really a direct link to being able to lower your mast cell activation episodes. So we're going to talk about what you can do to lower exposure. We're going to talk about other ways that you can retrain the nervous system and increase that parasympathetic response. So ways that you can more consciously and more frequently get your body into that parasympathetic state. So I'm going to be talking about things like vagal nerve exercises, therapies like TENS therapy or FSM, frequency specific microcurrent. I'm going to talk about the lens therapy. We're going to talk about EMDR and DNRS. So I know I'm throwing out all these acronyms. If you guys don't know what these programs are, we're going to go into detail on all of these, the pros and the cons, how expensive they are, how easy they are to implement into your life, and just some clinical information that I've seen from other patients of mine that I work with on how they incorporate these practices into their life and what I've seen the improvements look like for them. So we're going to be talking about tapping and EFT, emotional freedom techniques. We're going to be talking about breathing and volition control exercises. And I'm going to give you all really easy, simple ways to implement some of these things into your life. A lot of these things are totally free. So they're very easy to just do and get into the life. It's just all about how do you do that? What's the easiest way to do that? What can you expect to look for? What roadblocks can you expect to overcome? So mostly that's what we're going to be spending our time on. Also going to talk a little bit about supplements and how those help to get into that parasympathetic state as well. We'll also include a question and answer session. So I really hope that you guys come join me for that webinar on Saturday, or if not, go ahead and sign up and you'll also get the link to view the recording afterwards. So hope to see you guys on Saturday.